Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and today I'm going to be working with the Greeting Farm's Bloom Kit. This is one of their large stamp sets that is actually rubber foam mounted stamps, and it does come in a large sheet that you'll have to cut apart if you want to have individual stamps. And what's cool is that the Greeting Farm is actually sponsoring the Passionate Paper Creations and Friends Facebook group. If you've never heard of this group, I'll leave a link to it in the description box below, because if you join up with that group, you can actually pop on over there for a discount code to the Greeting Farm. And this stamp set, when I saw it in the clearance section, I was like, oh my gosh, it's a fantastic deal. I have to have it. Because if you were to buy these stamps or something equivalent individually, it would probably be about, I think, $6 to $8 or $9 per image, and you get 10 little girls plus I think 3 or 4 sentiment stamps in this one set, and it works out to a lot less than $8 per image. So I think it's a really fantastic deal, plus really high quality, because red rubber stamps are really nice. You always get a really clean, crisp impression that's going to be perfect every time, because that rubber, it's unlike acrylic stamps, which can be a little bit squishy, and sometimes you can actually sort of deform it a little by putting it on your block because there is some movement there. You won't get that with rubber stamps. So it's really nice in that way to work with rubber stamps. I have never gotten a full sheet of them, so at first cutting them apart was a little bit scary, but it turned out not to be too hard to do at all. And I didn't cut super close to the edge. I left a little bit of a border, kind of like when I do my fussy cutting, I leave a little bit of a border around my stamps, and that actually reduced some of my anxiety of, accidentally messing up my stamps. So I think if you just cut a little bit away from the edge of the stamped image, then you're not going to have any danger of nicking or cutting into your stamped image. And so I think everything worked out really well, and it wasn't really hard, and it didn't take that long to cut them apart either. So I'm coloring in this little girl. She's going to be the 5th image in my 5 set note card, or my 5 note card set that I'm going to give away as a Christmas present to one of my family or friends. And at the time of this recording, I had already stamped and colored the other 4 images, but since this recording, I've actually gone ahead and stamped out the other 5 images, the other 5 girls that come in this set. So, and I've already started coloring them. So at the end of the day, I'll have 2 note card sets of 5 cards, and these note cards are 5 by 5. And the panel that the girls are on, that's cut down to 4 by 4. And so I'm just going to add some mats and layers of pattern paper scraps that I have. And in fact, I chose my pattern papers based on the scraps that I had that would be large enough. And then I colored the clothing of my little girls to match. That way I can really kind of use up all of my scraps, and it's going to be nice and kind of fun and different, colorful. So all the cards are going to be a little bit different. I tried to choose different skin tones on all of the girls, and so there's a really nice range there. So hopefully the set of cards will be easy for the card recipient or the person I'm gifting this to actually use, so that they can find one that sort of suits who they plan to give the card to. Like if they have people who have favorite colors, they can maybe choose something to match. Now, instead of actually choosing the occasion for these note cards, I'm actually going to create sentiment strips and sort of keep them separate from the note cards. That way, the whoever gets this set, they can actually choose what occasion they need this for and just peel and stick the sentiment on themselves when they go to use it, or choose not to. So totally up to them how they want to use it. So I'm using my We Are Memory Keepers word punch board, and the way that I like to punch out my words is I like to try to push the letters as close together as I can. And what that means is I end up having to punch my sentiment out in 2 passes. And you can see at the bottom, I've written out my sentiment in like a staggered pattern there. And that's because the first pass, I actually will punch out all the odd letters. So the first, the third, the fifth, etc. And then in my second pass, I'll punch out all the even letters. But with the second pass, instead of the first letter starting all the way to the left of the punch board, I actually start the first letter in position number 5. The punch board, you'll be able to see there are grooves and there are labels in these little notches that those letter punches will slot into. And so by starting at position number 5, that is the perfect kind of stagger to actually fit the second pass and get the rest of the letters exactly placed where they need to be. So that's, the easiest way for me to remember is just start the second pass at position 5, and it works perfectly every time. So I've got a variety of different sentiments here. So I've got thank you, I've got best wishes, happy birthday, and then I have a very general hello. So here's a recap of all the 5 girls that I have, and as I mentioned, in total there are 10 different images, and so my second set of 5 note cards will be featuring the other 5, or maybe I'll give all 10 in one set. I don't know. 10 seems like too many, but because they are for pretty general purpose and they don't have a sentiment already on them, maybe it's easy to work through 10 cards. But that's why I like to create sets like these, because then when the gift recipient gets it and they go to use it, maybe they don't always want to use this as a birthday card. Maybe they want to use it as a thank you card or a just because card. So by not having the sentiment already stuck on there, they have that flexibility. And I did put double-sided adhesive on the sentiment strips, so all they have to do is just peel and then stick it wherever they want. That's my project for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider liking, commenting, and sharing. And if you want to catch new videos when I publish them, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Thank you again, and until my next video, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye!